Hello, welcome to Global Asset Channel. If this is your first time stumbling into this channel, this is Global Asset Channel, and in this channel, what I do, I give advice and guidance on how people can migrate from their countries of originality or countries of their present resident to another country of their choice. And mostly I deal with the Canadian visas, but I will be kind of diverting today. I'll be going into UK because I've been having getting a lot of questions on this new immigration policy with regard to healthcare assistance. So, and if you are my returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you to you. I want to appreciate you for how far you've journeyed with me on this channel. It is because of you that I can wake up at midnight or anytime I have the time to research so that I'll be able to bring something new to this channel. I can't underrate your support. I can't take it for granted. I just want to say thank you for always coming back. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for subscribing and staying with me. It just gives me the push and the go ahead to continue, knowing that people are benefiting from my effort. Okay. So today I want to quickly do this video just to encourage people that are just being scared and worried about the UK, the recent UK policy that has been changed with regard to the health care assistant dependent versus visa. So on the 4th of December, the UK government made a change to their policy, and the change is that if you are a healthcare worker, like especially the healthcare assistant and the senior healthcare assistant, if you are bringing your dependent to the UK, like you applied for a visa as a healthcare assistant worker, and you apply to come to the UK, the UK government is now saying that as from January 1st, if you are coming into UK as a care assistant, you will no longer be able to bring your dependent. So now, the thing is this: they did not say it has taken effect. It's going to take effect in spring of this year, spring of 2024. So it hasn't kicked in yet. It hasn't started yet. So a lot of people are so worried. Oh, I started my visa application. What am I going to do? I need to go with my family. I have paid. Don't fret over all these things. So if you already started your application process, what the government is saying is that you can still bring your dependent. So like, for example, you applied in 2023 and you are just awaiting your decision, or you are just awaiting one or two things, or you are awaiting your visa to be issued. This is not going to have effect on you. So this is going to start from spring 2024, and spring is not until March. I think around March 19th to June 20th or something. So do not worry. If you already started the process, please just relax. And a lot of people have been telling me that, oh, it's taking longer time than usual. Yes, it is taking time now because the UK government the UK government's attention has been drawn to people who have abused this whole system. So right now, what the UK government is doing is to keep you safe from being frauded. Yes, it might be delayed, but it's not going to be denied. So if you already started your application process, just chill out, don't worry. I know it can be very stressful when you are waiting for your visa and then you hear the bad news of, oh, I can't get my family down. And who wants to leave his or her family behind? That's a hard one to do. So, one, I just want you to know that this will not affect you if you already started the process. And like I said earlier on, this is for your own good, because a lot of employers, a lot of recruiters have been reported to the UK borders and UK government that they bring people into the UK. Like, for example, an agency is recruiting you. They tell you they have a lot of hours for you. And then you get to the UK, suddenly no more hours for you. I heard a lot of people are stranded in the UK. A lot of people are homeless. A lot of people are roaming the streets. These are people that sold their possession. Some of them went to take loan. Some of them just sold their assets to invest into this with the mind that once I put this money into traveling, there is this hope and future and assurance that you get more. And so it's just like an investment, right? Which is not a crime to invest. But unfortunately, what a lot of companies have been doing, they know they don't have hours. They care less about what happens to you when you get there. So they just do everything and take you there. So before now, when agents or agency or recruiting agent, when they apply for healthcare assistant, foreign healthcare assistant, they automatically got their certificate of sponsorship. But now the UK government has changed gear. Yes, they've changed because they are getting it hot too, with people littering everywhere, invading their shelter that they provided for their own people that are looking for places to stay. It's not funny on them. So they have devised a means to make sure that these employers are kept on their foot or the watch. They are watching them. So now there are so many criteria that these employers have to meet before they can get their certificate of sponsorship. They have to go to the licensed sponsor list. They need to put the name of their full employers, in the application, and they have to be able to state the fact that this person is either registered, the person's work experience, the person they are recruiting, their database categorically. So before you just apply, they just apply for you, and that is it. But right now, the immigration officers or the UK government, they have given them a list of criteria that they have to meet. And if they are not able to meet this, then they withdraw their certificate of sponsorship. And then they start doing investigation and they can stop those employers. So the UK government is actually trying to help you, because you don't want to get to the UK and you don't have enough hours. That's one of the criteria they also need to meet. They also need to be able to explain and prove to the UK government that when these applicants come to UK, they will have enough hours as they stated. Okay, so if you have applied and you are waiting, it is for your own good. It is just for your own good. The UK government is trying to protect you from getting stranded, or trying to protect you from wasting your resources. Okay. So the second part of this is the amount that you will be needing. So let's assume you've already applied. You've applied as healthcare worker or healthcare assistant. Remember, this issue of healthcare assistant not being able to, healthcare worker not being able to bring their dependent is not applicable to nurses. The nurses or the doctors can still bring their spouses or their dependents. If you are other skilled worker like IT and a data analyst and other discipline that are eligible to get skilled worker permits, and you've been sponsored, so long as you have up to 38,700, which is the new amount that you need to pay, you will be eligible to bring your dependents. You're eligible. The only two category of people that are not eligible, they are the care assistants and the senior care assistants. And the reason is just that their salary will not be able to get to the amount that is needed for dependents. Okay. So, and that's not going to start until January 1st. So like if you are just going to apply as care assistant now, then this is applicable to you. But if you already started the process before January 1st, then you can still bring your family in. So the salary threshold of for skilled workers has been increased from 26,200 to 38,700. And some people are like, oh, what if I'm already there, I already got my indefinite leave to stay, to remain? Is this going to affect me? Initially, they said those who have indefinite leave to remain and those that are already citizens and they will be bringing their family members, they also fell into this category. Yeah, they were supposed to also do that. They were supposed to also bring their own, they were also supposed to pay their own people with that. But I think they sat on it and then they decided that it wasn't going to be fair. So they changed it. So right now, if you have an indefinite leave to remain or you are a citizen, this no longer apply to you. Instead of the 38,700 pounds that you are supposed to pay, they now reduced it to 29,000. But let me tell you, UK government, they are just like unpredictable with their visa immigration rule or visa rule and issuance. They make policies every time and they change policies. I remember when I went to study in the UK, just after I finished, they stopped this talent skills, which is a 2 years postgraduate study. And then the Scottish people now said, no, we won't stop. The English people stopped, and then the Scottish people did not stop. And then people started going to Scotland. So when they saw that the economy went down, because like international immigrants, they are a huge part of the economy. So I don't know how they are going to manage with this. So relax, chill out, because in another few months you'll be surprised that they reverse it, because they are going to need you. They are going to need students. Like they just increasing the students and the new student the amount that you need to bring in as a student. They will have a second thought. So just don't overwork yourself. UK, they are like Carmelo. They have immigration policies like Carmelo. They just change color every time. They change color. You know, you remember before COVID, right? As a student, you can't work more than 20 hours in the UK. But during COVID, something happened. During COVID, they started even begging students because they ran out of healthcare workers. They were short. So they started begging students, if you can work in healthcare session, any hours you want to work, you can work. Yes, as I was saying, the UK immigration system is just like Camel. Today they change, tomorrow they review. So during COVID, students were allowed to work more than 20 hours because they needed students, right? They needed students to work in the hospitals because they were short of healthcare workers. And somewhere along the line, they also gave students the right to change from their student visa. They could get applied to skill worker, and from that skill worker, a lot of students were able to get their indefinite leave to remain. So the same government that said only 20 hours, something happened, something occurred, and they changed the system. The same law they made, they changed it and said, okay, and no longer 20 hours. If you want to work as much as you can, work. So something has happened now. The reason why they are doing all these things now is to eradicate or put in line the abuse system, because the recruiters they've abused the system, right? The caregivers, everybody going to the UK, oh, care worker, care assistant, care assistant, care assistant, and the system has now been abused. That people are now relying on the government. People that came to work, they are now like almost like homeless. Some are even homeless. So don't lose hope. If you have the mind of coming, don't lose. Then that made things to change can still occur, and it will just change. Maybe you sleep and wake up the next minute they've already visited the rules, So now I heard that, I think they said the Home Office is also reviewing the student permit. So we don't know what they are going to come out with. So the UK immigration policy is just like Camilla. It just comes with different colors. So the fact that they changed this law today to increase the amount that a skilled worker needs to pay, and that care workers can't bring their dependents, it might not be final. It's not going to be the end of it. Tomorrow they might see that it has affected the economy so drastically, in a very bad way. They will sit again and say, well, this was just what we wanted to try out, and it's not working for economy. We're going to have to go back, and they can come back. So if you want to come to the UK, continue to gather your stuff. If you can do it, if you can use that route, use that route. If you can't use that route, there are other countries you can go to. You can come to Canada. Canada need you. Yes, so we need you here. Canada need you, and our immigration policy, they are just straightforward, like straight. You do this, you get this. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. So I'm going to leave it at this. If you think this has been useful or informative or educative, if it has helped to ease your stress and panic, please drop it on the comment section, and I'll keep researching into the UK policy, immigration policy, so that I'll be able to give you update. Once again, thank you so much. If you've watched this video up to this time, that means it's been very informative to you. Please, if you've not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. You might not need this information. Please share to other people who might need the information, and you never know who is going to help. Thank you once more for watching, and I wish you all the best in your endeavor to travel abroad to for greener pasture. And I hope to hear the good news that someday you testify about and being privileged to watch this video and testify about how it helps you. That's my aim, that's my purpose, and that's my drive. Have a good one. Bye.